Dear students, good morning everyone. In today's class, we are going to take a look at civics. I mean, in social science, in civics, the first unit is our constitution. Dear children, take a look at the first unit in civics, our constitution, right? Now, you need to understand what is the meaning of constitution. Our constitution. But my question to you is, what is constitution? What is the meaning of the constitution? What is the exact meaning of the constitution? Try to understand what is constitution. In this unit, we are going to take a look at the meaning of constitution. Second point, the importance of our constitution. Third point, the Constituent Assembly. Fourth point is drafting committee. After that, silent futures of our constitution. In this unit, we have to study these all important aspects. Now, let's move on to the first important point is the meaning of constitution. What is the meaning of constitution? Do you know the children? Can you answer me? What is the meaning of constitution? See, the meaning of constitution is a set of basic rules. Constitution means a set of basic rules followed by a country. Understood? Have you understood the meaning of constitution? Constitution means a set of basic rules followed by a country. In other words, constitution is the fundamental law of a nation. Let me repeat. Constitution means the fundamental law of a nation, or a set of basic rules followed by a country. This is the meaning of the constitution. How much do you know about our constitution, our Indian constitution? How much do you know about it? You need to understand what is constitution. You need to understand the importance of our constitution. You need to understand the silent futures of our constitution, who has given good contributions to our constitution. We have wonderful and beautiful constitution in our country. We need to understand the importance of our constitution. Right? Dear students, just now we have studied about the meaning of constitution. Right? Let me tell you one more time. The meaning of constitution is a set of basic rules followed by a country. This is the meaning of constitution. See, dear students, let's move on to the second point, importance of constitution. The importance of constitution. See, in our day-to-day life, without just to imagine a country without constitution, what will happen? Constitution, just imagine a country without constitution, what will happen? What is the situation of a country? Every country has its own constitution. Our country has its own constitution. So it is said that constitution is the soul of a country. Constitution is the heart of a country. Or constitution is the reference guide of a country. We know that there are three important organs. There are three important organs. What are those? Legislature, executive, judiciary. These are the important organs of our country. Important organs. What are the functions of legislature? What are the functions of judiciary? What are the functions of executive? The functions and powers of each organ have been clearly mentioned in our Constitution. According to the functions and guidelines, all organs must function, must work under the constitutional framework. Maybe legislature, maybe judiciary, maybe executive. These three important organs of our country must work under the legal framework. Each organ has its own limits. Judiciary has its own limits, executive has its own limits, and executive has its own limits, legislature has its own limits. In our country, judiciary here, independent judiciary. See, we have independent judiciary in our country, dear children. The organs, legislature and executive, are not supposed to interfere uh, in the judiciary organ. Okay, so the powers and functions of each organ have been clearly mentioned in our Constitution. So the importance of our Constitution is our Constitution has given fundamental rights and duties to us. What are the fundamental rights? What are the duties of Indian citizens? What are our duties? What fundamental rights has our Constitution given to us? What duties has our Constitution given to us? We need to understand what are our duties and what fundamental rights have we got. We need to understand very well. Okay, dear students, let me tell you, Constitution plays a vital role in a country. Okay, without Constitution, no country runs in a good manner, right? Constitution is needed for every country. So, all officials and our legislature and executive needs to work under constitutional framework. Everything needs to be done under legal framework. So, Constitution, as I told you, the Constitution is the soul of our country. Constitution is the heart of our country. Constitution is the reference guide of our country. As per the guidelines, as per the reference guide we need to work in our country, we should show the respect to our Constitution. So, a Constitution plays vital role. Constitution plays vital role. So, our country has written Constitution, not unwritten Constitution. Our Constitution is written very well. So, we say that our Constitution is written but not unwritten. Right? See, the importance of Constitution is here. We need to understand Constitution always upholds our fundamental rights. If something happens to our fundamental rights, like right to equality, right to freedom, right to religion, right against exploitation, okay, if something happens to our fundamental rights, somebody violates our fundamental rights, we have the right to file case in High Court or Supreme Court. So, our Constitution has given fundamental rights to us. We need to enjoy them. Okay, this is the importance of our Constitution. Our Constitution has given everything to us. Our Constitution says all are equal before law. Maybe officers, maybe common people, maybe president, maybe vice president, maybe MLAs, maybe MPs, maybe the prime minister. All are equal before the law. All are equal before the law. So, Constitution is very, very important, which is reference guide for us, how to rule our nation, how to maintain good administration, what to do, what not to do. Our constitution gives clear-cut guidance to us. According to that, we need to adhere it. According to that, we need to work so that we can take our country to the heights of the Himalaya. Right? Dear students, till now we have studied the meaning of constitution. After that, we have studied about the importance of our constitution. Then, let me tell you one more important thing. The Constituent Assembly. Our constitution came into existence 26th January 1950, which is celebrated as the Republic Day. Our constitution came into existence 26th January 1950, which is celebrated as the Republic. Okay, which is celebrated as the Republic Day. In the memory of our constitution, every year we celebrate 26th January, we celebrate as the Republic Day. Children, try to understand. Here, the Constituent Assembly was formed, and its chairman was Dr. Rajendra Prasad. See, the Constituent Assembly was set up, which president was Dr. Rajendra Prasad. See, Dr. Rajendra Prasad elected as its president. After that, drafting committee, Constituent Assembly set up drafting committee. The drafting committee was set up, or drafting committee adopted. See, drafting committee worked under the chairmanship of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. See, drafting committee under Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. The Constituent Assembly, Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the president of Constituent Assembly, whereas Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was the chairman of Constituent Drafting Committee. Try to understand. See, the Constitution adopted on 26 January 1950 celebrated as the Republic Day. Just now I have told you about it. To give a good constitution in our country, many people worked. To get a good constitution for our country, thousands of people, many people worked. But we remember, till today we remember Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Because he went abroad, he studied the constitution of almost many countries. He went abroad and studied almost all countries' constitution. And he came back. He thought about which constitution, what type of the constitution is good for our country. Dr. Ambedkar thought about the constitution, the type of the constitution, what type of the constitution is needed for our country. He thought about it and he gave us a wonderful and remarkable and a top constitution to our country. Try to understand, dear children. See, let's move on to the next topic. Before we go to the next topic, let me tell you one more important thing. 26th November, every year, 26th November, what do we celebrate? 26th November, Constitution Day. Every year, 26th November is celebrated as the Constitutional Day. Constitutional Day. 26th January, every year, 26th January, we celebrate Republic Day. Every year, 26th November, we celebrate the Constitutional Day. You need to understand the two important things. Okay. Now, let's move on to the next topic. related to our constitution. What are the futures of our constitution? What are the silent futures of our constitution? What futures does our constitution have? We need to understand. The first characteristic or the future of our constitution is unwritten constitution. Our constitution is unwritten. Our constitution is written constitution. See, the first future of our constitution is written constitution. The first future of our constitution is written. Our constitution is a written one, not unwritten one. This is the future of our constitution. Do you think which country's constitution is unwritten? Can you give me an example? Almost all countries have written constitution, but one country has an unwritten constitution in the world. Do you know? Can you guess? Can you think of? Can you think of it? Do you know which country has unwritten constitution till today? As I have told you, our country has written constitution, and other countries, almost all countries have written constitution. Which country has unwritten constitution in the world? Now it's your turn. Can you answer? Okay, tell me. Let me tell you. UK, United Kingdom. I mean, England has unwritten constitution. Till today, we come to know that the country UK or England has unwritten constitution. The example for unwritten constitution is United Kingdom or England. See, when it comes to the competitive examination, you need to understand which country has unwritten constitution. Before you appear for any competitive exams, dear children, such type of the questions will be asked in competitive exams. Which country has unwritten constitution? Under which four options will be given, you need to choose the right option. So England has unwritten constitution, whereas our country India has written constitution. Right? This is first. The first feature of our constitution is written constitution. The second feature, which is the second feature of our constitution? The second feature of our constitution is republic. See, republic. This is second feature of our constitution. Republic. There is no king's rule in our country. Earlier, we had king's rule in our country. After independence, after constitution, and we got our own constitution. After that, there is no king's rule. We elect our representatives. We the people elect our representatives who rule us. There is no king's rule in our country. Okay, there is no king's rule in our country. We elect our representatives, and they come forward and they give us good administration. As per our representatives come forward and rule our country, and they work under legal framework. All our representatives work under constitutional framework according to the reference guide. Constitution is just like reference guide. Under reference guide, all our representatives are supposed to work. Somebody violates the rules, the punishment will be given to those people. See, dear children, the second point is republic. The first feature of our constitution is written constitution. The second feature of our constitution is republic. Right. Let's move to the third point, fundamental rights and duties. Dear children, sometime back I have told you, see, the third point is fundamental rights and duties. Third point. First one, the first feature of our constitution is written constitution. The second feature of our constitution is republic. The third feature of our constitution is fundamental rights and duties. Fundamental rights. What are the fundamental rights? What fundamental rights has our constitution given to us? Fundamental rights. The third feature of our constitution is fundamental rights and duties.